Welcome back to the channel. We're going to the bookstore. I know. Listen, Linda, listen. Shh, listen. I know we just counted our physical TBR. I know that the physical TBR is giving Mount Everest, right? We're at 307 because I did read 2. Well, I read 1 DNF, the second one. So I understand that me saying I'm going to the bookstore just sounds counterintuitive. However, stick with me. I found this really, really cute little under construction indie bookstore, and I want to go back and I want to get some books. I had a lot of fun the last time I was there. It was a little stressful, but I had fun. So we're going to go back because we love to support our reading ambitions. So we're going to go to the bookstore. We're going to go to the bookstore and you're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. You'll see. We're at the bookstore. Gotcha. I'm going to make a whole thing out of this, guys. Just wait. I'm going to make a whole thing out of this. We're going to have a bookstore sign right here. I just have to figure out what I want it to say and what I want it to look like. It's going to say something equivalent of my bookstore name. And for right now, we have to use the BAM book bag that I got the last time I was at BAM. But I will have my own cutesy little bookstore tote for when I come to the bookstore. This is what we're doing. Let's shop around. I know I'm looking for a horror, maybe a thriller. I just want something not fantasy, not romance. So either horror or thriller. And I also do want something fantasy. I want something fantasy. I am going for like the gothic, darker vibes right now. So we'll have to see what the little bookstore has for us today. Don't get me wrong. I'm still going to go to the bookstore. Like the real ones that take my money from me and give me books in exchange. Still gonna go to the regular bookstore. I just want to motivate myself a little bit more to read through my own physical TBR. I don't want it to feel so daunting. I don't want it to feel like homework or a task. So just trying to make it more fun for myself. And that means I'm pretending I have my very own bookstore in my apartment. Which it actually wasn't that bad. It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun to pretend for those like 2 minutes. So last time you guys, we talked about TBRs, I was counting mine and I was at 309, which I did end up reading The Crimson Moth or Heartless Hunter. I have the UK version, so the title is The Crimson Moth. I ended up reading that, really liked it, really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun, easy to read, bingeable, all that stuff. Then proceeded to pick up The Rebel Witch, which is the second book in that duology, and I DNF'd it, I think at like 40-something percent, 45% maybe. The book 1 has a lot of miscommunication, but it's miscommunication that makes sense with the plot, with the characters, and the things they're trying to hide from each other. It makes sense. Book 2, not so much. Book 2, why can't you guys are saying so much, but you're not saying any of the things that could potentially get us making progress. I don't know. It was too much for me. I didn't like it. I was getting frustrated. I felt like book 2 was very, very focused on the romance, and like the higher stakes that were introduced at the beginning of book 2 suddenly were taking a backseat to the it just wasn't for me. But I really liked book 1. From my little bookstore, I gotta name her. I'm gonna come up with a name. Road of Bones. I'm pretty sure it's a horror, but it might end up being like a suspense thriller. I don't know. I just know that they find a little girl and there's wolves and they're on this like old Russian road, isolated Russian road by themselves. So Road of Bones, we're going to be reading that one. And then we're going to go back into the Shepherd King duology. I read One Dark Window either December or January. So it's been a very long time because it's been like 8 months at least. And I really liked it. But at the time that I was reading One Dark Window, I was reading like 7 other books. I was rushing to get books done so that I could include them in wrap-ups. I was still posting on TikTok. I was not immersing myself or investing myself in the stories I was reading. So we're going to try this again because I really enjoyed it the first time. I think I will enjoy it this time even more. I'm not doing the audiobook because I do remember I didn't like the audiobook. I didn't like when male voices were done by the narrator. It just was cringy. So just going to eyeball read it, and I think I have it queued up on Tia. And then hopefully I like it so much that I want to read Two Twisted Crowns. I've heard that this kind of goes a little bit left. I don't know. I'll see for myself, but I've heard this goes a little left, so I'm excited to read that. Our little ghetto bookstore at home. And this is going to be episode 1 of the TBR Reckoning, which I'm sure that you've seen them because I see them all the time. I watch them all the time. The like read it or unhaul it videos that booktubers will do. It's very, very similar to that. It's going to be along the same lines. I'm going to read. If I don't like it, I'm going to DNF it. If I love it, great. Then I can decide if I want to keep it or not. I don't know. But my little series is going to be called the TBR Reckoning, because that's what I called the first episode of my TBR. So I figured I would just keep it consistent. I don't know. It sounds good to me. So TBR Reckoning, episode 1. We're starting off with some creepy, spooky, gothic vibes for this reading vlog. I need coffee. I need coffee. I need coffee. I already dropped Chunk off at daycare. It's 8:30. I already logged in. Saw the disaster that's waiting for me for today. So I read 114 pages of One Dark Window last night, and I am really enjoying it. I do have to say though, I remember a lot less than I thought I did. Like, the characters feel familiar to me, surprisingly. Like, I really thought I wasn't gonna feel like that after not having read this book in so long. But they do feel, I don't know, like, they don't feel like brand new to me. The only thing is, I can't remember where everybody lands at the end of the book. I know that the way the book ends, I was like, whoa, that was a really good ending, kind of like cliffhanger-y type ending. But I can't remember where the players landed at that point. And it's worrying me a little bit because I'm like, oh, I don't think I cried the first time I read this. Am I going to cry this time? Because I like some of them a lot. But then the other part of me is like, I guess it's a good thing I don't remember so much because I'm rereading it. So it'll be less of like I'll have less of those feelings of like, I already did this, I'm doing it again. I have a bunch of work to do today. And I also need to edit sometimes if I push this piece down, all the water comes out. So I just stand there and like watch it sink on its own, and it's whatever. I'm gonna read. It's Friday. I'm off on Monday. I would love to get this book done by today. I think I said that. No. I've been saying I was gonna get it done by today. Yeah. Oh, there's a chapter from Raven's point of view. Oh, that's the second book. Don't touch that, Ange. Don't touch that. Gonna ruin the whole thing for yourself. Yeah, this is for the second book. This isn't even 400 pages. Cool. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read for a bit and just chill, listen to some like jazz or something like that. And I will update you. I will say the part that I'm at, I'm not gonna be able to keep giving updates after this because I think I might start spoiling things. But the part that I'm at, we have discovered that Elspeth is not the only person who was infected by this. Whatever's trying to take over Blunder, the kingdom, she's not the only one that was infected with it and therefore has like a residual magical effect as a result of it. There are other players, and one of them, I remember now how much like I felt so bad for him. Not pity-wise, I felt for him because like he goes through a lot. He goes through a lot in this book, I think, at least. And remembering, I don't know, it just kind of breaks my heart a little bit. I didn't cry. I don't think I will cry either. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know why I said that. I could very well end this book just sobbing. And we discovered another 2 people who are also infected, and just like going about living their life when normally, technically what's supposed to happen is if anybody finds out that you are infected, you are to be taken like to the palace dungeons or something, and they do really bad things to get rid of the infected people because they don't want magic. You have the fucking go. You know, I'm just gonna mind my business. Wow, I busted the spine at chapter 18. Look at it. What happened? Who was I mad at? That's crazy. Anyways, I don't even want to look at it anymore. That hurt my heart. I break the spines all the time, but like, golly gee. Anyways, so that's where we're at. We are discovering some new infected people. I am discovering how much I liked certain characters. There are two characters in this book that are just like sarcastically bullies, but like not mean bullies. They're just like, they give like older brother energy, like older sibling, I should say, older sibling energy, like always picking on you and stuff. And I, I love them. I don't know why they're endearing to me. So that I look crusty and dusty. And that's what we're doing. We're gonna see if we can finish these two books today, Sunday. It is currently it is currently 9:47 in the morning. Do I think I can finish both of these books before the end of the day? For some reason I do. I don't know why. For some reason I do think I can do it. Let's see. I don't think I can actually. I don't know. Whatever. There's something going on. Something is going on between the Nightmare and Elspeth, and his despair, as Gillick puts it, his despair about it is honestly it's making him my favorite character ever. I love the Nightmare. I love him so much. But also it's making me super nervous because if he's nervous, I feel like I should be really, really nervous. It's so fucking good. It's so good. I'm like a crackhead reading this. Fuck you, Rachel Gillick. Done. 6 stars. This was so good. Oh, I just want to like read it all over again. I just literally just want to go back to the first page and start over again. Good morning. Hello. Hi. I actually didn't go to bed that late last night. I definitely thought I was going to go to bed a little bit later than I did. I'm trying to like put you somewhere, but it's hard because I don't have the desire to get out of the bed. Anyways, good morning. Last night I finished Two Twisted Crowns. Why were those books so good? Why was that duology so fucking good? Why was it so good? You saw the clips from last night. I down bad. I am down bad for the Nightmare. And everybody's talking about Raven. And let me tell you something. I love a man with a hook nose. I love the way that Rachel Gillick described Raven. And I'm actually going to look up art. I'm going to look up art of him. Oh, the Nightmare's creepy. He's creepy looking. But Elm and Ione, I don't know how to say her name, but I loved her so much. I loved their relationship so much. Like, both of them feeling like they can't really be themselves. Oh my God. It was beautiful. It was wonderful. Why does none of the fan art have his hook nose? Like, Rachel Gillick definitely says that he has a hook, like a large hooked nose. So why do all of these men have perfect noses? That's not what I wanted. Anyways, absolutely devoured those two. I'm going to sit here and look up fan art for them because I loved Raven. I loved Elspeth. I loved Ione. I don't know how to say her name. I didn't do the audiobook. I just did the physical reading, like eyeball reading. Elm, loved him. Emery, he was a grand old time. I thought he was really funny. I thought he was just as funny as the rest of the guys, but obviously like with that undertone of he's not doing too hot. I don't know, I just loved all of them, but I mean, obviously we all know who my favorite character of all time is, who I'm ride or die for, and that is the Nightmare. And I love the way Rachel Gillick wrote him. How do I explain it without spoiling anything? I just love the way that she wove him into Elspeth and then them into the story. I don't know. I loved the way that it was done. It was done so fucking perfectly. And the way that she writes like that spooky, creepy, I don't know, like gothic, dark vibe, like misty and foggy and just overcast. I loved it so much. I want to live in Blunder. I want to live in the world that Rachel Gillick has created. That's how good it was. So 10 out of 10 would recommend the Shepherd King duology. It was fantastic. Let us go to the list of my physical TBR and see what we have. Like there's some books that I did remove from the physical TBR because I am not going to read them. I don't want to. And this might hurt somebody's feelings. I'm really sorry. This might hurt somebody's feelings, but reading is subjective and I don't want to read it anymore. The second book in the Legendborn series at Bloodmarked, yeah, I took that off. I'm not going to continue that series. I didn't love the first book enough. I only liked it. I don't know. I'm all set. Anyway, so we're not reading Bloodmarked. I'm not reading The It Girl by Ruth Ware. Sheldina read that and she said it was like fine. And I trust her with my whole heart when it comes to reading because she knows what I like, don't like, what I can tolerate and what I can't tolerate. And we have pretty similar tastes too. So if I do change my mind and I want to read that for myself, I'll get it from the library or something. We read The Crimson Moth, which it's The Heartless Hunter here in the US. So we read that one. That was fun. I enjoyed it. I thought it was entertaining. DNF The Rebel Witch. I didn't love The Rebel Witch. And then we read One Dark Window was not on the physical TBR because I had read it at the beginning of the year, but Two Twisted Crowns was. So we knocked that off. So I think with all of the ones I removed, and we're not going to talk about the ones that I add because that's not what we came here for, I am currently sitting at 304. I'm having so much fun. We were at 304 books on my physical TBR still after removing some, but I did maybe possibly get 2 new books, so they had to be added to the list. Anyways, mind your business because I never said I was going to stop buying books. I just said I was going to read my physical TBR. That's all I said. I had a lot of fun and I'm really glad that I reread One Dark Window before reading Two Twisted Crowns. It was so quietly explosive. I know that doesn't make sense, but I had so much fun with those 2 books that I can't wait to reread them. Those are books I will definitely be rereading at some point because they were so good. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thanks for supporting. As always, I will see you for the next video and happy reading.